Alright, so this is my JBL Charge 3. It is IPX7, which is just waterproof or water resistant. And I'm going to take it apart for educational purposes only. And you don't ever take apart your JBL or waterproof speaker because you will lose your waterproofing. So let's go ahead and remove the screws. Let's go ahead and remove that. And as you can see, here is the speaker. Let's go ahead and remove the leads, and here it is itself. So I zoom you guys in. So right here is the voice coil that's copper. Now let's go ahead and get my screwdriver, and that is the copper right there, aka the voice coil. And this pink reddish mesh is called the spider, and it's basically the suspension of the speaker. And right here, this other copper is called the tinsel lead. So this is what takes the electricity from the amplifier, and it converts it into the audible sound that we hear. So how the speaker works is right here we got a magnet, and this, let's say that this magnet is facing south, and this voice coil is not facing anywhere, but as soon as you put an electrical current to it, it is either one of two, either it's south or north. And when you have south and north, they want to come close to each other, but when you have south and south, they want to repel each other. That's how it works. So this is a dust cap, where it keeps out dust and water. Since my speaker is waterproof, it keeps out all the water and traps the air inside. So let's go ahead and play a song to show you how the speaker works. So let's go ahead and plug these two in, and I zoom you guys in right here. Let's go ahead and turn on my JBL. And if you're wondering what model of JBL this is the JBL Charge 3. You can buy them on JBL's website for $100. So let's go ahead and put a bass test. So let's go ahead and do this, and you should see it move. So, actually, I can use a tone generator, so let me go ahead and put this on low frequency mode. So it can let all low frequencies pass through. So let's go ahead and do this now. There we go. Tone generator. Bring this up. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring it down to 21 hertz. And turn up the volume. Isn't it connected?
Few moments later.
Alright, sorry about the technical difficulties. It was having a hard time connecting to my phone. So, let's go ahead and replug in my speaker again. It just wants to be stubborn. Let's go ahead and plug this in. I'm gonna have to tighten up this connection. Alright, so let's go ahead and zoom you guys in. There we go. So you can see these two speaker wires connected to the post, and the tinsel leads are going to be supplying power to the voice coil, and the voice coil converts that electrical energy into sound energy that we hear. So let's go ahead and play 1 hertz. So this is 1 hertz, and you can see the speaker moving up and down. That's how it works. And if I go faster, the faster the AC voltage or alternating current is going to be. So this is going to be alternating. So let's go ahead and speed it up. So that's how the speaker works. So it basically takes in the frequencies coming in from my phone. And let's go ahead and play a song to show you. So this is how a song works. So a song basically works off of all types of different frequencies. So let's go ahead and put a bass boosted song on. Let's go ahead and zoom out so I can show you guys. So feel the bass. There we go. I'm not gonna be filling it, but so this is how it works. So what this speaker is called, this one specifically is called a full range speaker. So how a full range speaker is it handles the highs, it handles the lows and the mids. So the lows is obviously low bass. That's what a subwoofer is supposed to be. And a mid-range is what I'm speaking right now. This is mid-range and treble. Treble is the little that you hear out of a tweeter. Yes, a tweeter. So that's what it's called. So a treble comes from a tweeter, and I can actually bring one. So give me a second.
One eternity later.
All right. So this is a tweeter. This came out of my Polk Audio, bookshelf speakers. As you can see, this is way bigger than this guy. So the speaker is high quality. So let's go ahead and plug it in. So I'm gonna be using a crossover to protect this tweeter because you can easily blow tweeters up if you do. So this is my crossover. So what it does is it converts the high or low frequencies into high frequencies. So to protect a tweeter. So you got two outputs. One is for your mid-range and this one. All right, there we go. So let's go ahead and plug in this guy. Is not a tweeter, but this is another full range speaker. So let's go ahead and connect this guy up to here. There we go. Alright, so the speaker is already on. Let's go ahead and play a non-copyrighted music. So I'm gonna play Flutter by Diamond Eyes, which is non-copyrighted. So let's go ahead and type that in. So I'll go ahead and mute this other speaker.
So let's go ahead and go into my settings, go to accessibility.
Let's go to right, only the right. So, you can hear both of them. I disconnect one of them.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own.
So, go ahead and disconnect that. And you can hear the tweeter just doing its high range. So, that's how it works. So a mid-range speaker, oh boy, let's go ahead and turn it down. So a mid-range speaker handles all the highs, lows, and mediums. And the tweeter is only responsible for the high notes. So if you do a quick Google research, it should tell you how a tweeter and subwoofer works. So this is all. So time for the amplifier. Alright, so in here you can see that this is the motherboard / amplifier board. You can't see it because I have to take apart the entire speaker, which is a pain in itself. So let's go ahead and put a amplifier on the screen. Alright, so this is my Planet Audio car amplifier. So you can see the outputs, which is right here. So this is the inputs. Here are the LEDs right here. So you can see a bunch of capacitors right here, resistors. Here I zoom you guys in. Those are resistors, capacitors, diodes, into the speakers. So speakers run off of alternating current because a speaker has to alternate its polarity. So let's say I got this is positive and this is negative, which is this is positive and this is negative. So the smaller post is negative, the bigger post is positive. So it alternates, causing the speaker to go up and down. So if you get a 9-volt battery and you happen to have a free air speaker, that's what we call it in our generation or in our free air community. So put a 9-volt battery, touch the leads, and it should either go up or down depending on the polarity. And that's how it works. So this is a 4 ohm speaker. The 4 ohms is the amount of resistance of a speaker, and this is a maximum 30 watts, which is it can handle 30 watts with no issues. But above 30 watts, that's when you're gonna start having an issue. But this is how a speaker works. So let's go ahead and put my JBL back together. So what you want to do when you're putting a JBL back together is you want to plug in this lead and then plug in this other lead, which is right here, and then put the speaker back in its place. Make sure the gasket seals just fine, which is mine happens to be a rubber gasket. It is no longer, or it doesn't have glue, so it doesn't have to be glued down every single time to get your water resistant. Mine happens to be rubber, a rubber gasket, so this seals off the speaker to the outside world. So let's go ahead and do this. Why most speakers are inside of a box is to protect the magnets and the other vital parts of a speaker. If you have your speaker just open air and you happen to let's say drop a hammer onto the magnet, you're gonna cause catastrophic damage to the magnet itself, and that can be extremely bad if you're planning to use that speaker. So if you look at my YouTube channel, Abel and Vlogs, you can see that I like to take apart a bunch of speakers. I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen. Here's a screenshot. So that's how it is. And as you can see, the speaker works perfectly fine. You can see the passive radiators, which is basically a non-speaker. So let's go ahead and play a song.
First, let me go ahead and put it to stereo.
Sound, because I just had it on the right. And you can see right here it is buffering, so I go ahead and there we go. So yep, that's how a speaker works, and this is also a tweeter, and I will be explaining it in another video, which is this video is 7 minutes and 7 minutes and 58 seconds. But I will be explaining how a tweeter works in a different project. So here's the model number if you need a replacement one. So yeah, have a great day, and I will see you guys later.